Where'd I end up? We got the screws in. Okay, so we got the cat back on. Now, I just want to point out that on this eyelet, you'll see that the rod is dimpled. We screwed a little dimple into that. And as you're screwing this on, when you get it bottomed all the way on, you just got to be looking for that dimple. So your set screw's out. So as you're turning this in, when you see that dimple line up with the hole, that's when you want to put the set screw in. So we're going to turn this back on by hand. I'm going to keep going here. I might be able to bottom it out by hand. Not quite. So I'll put my 7/16. You'll have the slot on your new shaft for the 7/16 wrench. Take your 5/8. We're going to turn that until we see the Allen wrench slot. It's got to bottom out all the way down, so we got a couple turns to go here.
Way past it.
Go by it?
Yeah. The second, once you take it off, it won't quite bottom out.
So we'll go back until it lines up.
Right there.
There. So now our eyelet's lined up with the dimple in the rod. Now we're going to screw our Allen wrench. An easier way to do that. Screw our set screw back in and tighten it up all the way. It'll find itself right inside that little dimple. There it is. Now, the other key thing. This set screw protrudes from the face of the eyelet a little bit. So when you reinstall the handle, you got to make sure that that set screw is pointing towards these links, pointing towards the back. The set screw cannot be out here because it's going to hit the underside of the handle. Just make sure it's back here. So then we're going to put the handle back on. Grab our shoulder bolt.
By the way.
Oh, yes, it only goes one way. You'll notice that. Got to wiggle her back and forth there, and it's in place. And we got the nylock nut. You put that on.
This is where you might want to put a little more never sees on it.
Yeah, put a little more, like Tom mentioned, put a little more never sees on that thread, and then screw the nylock on. Crank it on till it bottoms out. Don't over tighten it because this action won't go back and forth easily. So just tighten it up till they bottom out. And that's all you need to do. And you're back in business. That's it. Pump does not have to be removed to install the new piston assembly. Now when you get all done, when you start pumping water, if this leaks a little bit around the packing gland, you can tighten it by hand. A lot of times that'll stop it. You can actually tighten this so tight that you can't move the handle up and down. Obviously you don't want that. You just want to tighten it till the leak stops. So let me recap again, just so we're clear. When you get your repair parts, you're going to get this whole assembly. This is what you're replacing. You can take the eyelet off, drop it down inside, put the eyelet back on, just like I just showed in reverse. So you're going to get this piece. We're also going to send you a couple of these drain pin assemblies, which you see right in the base. The ones that you have now have a brass retainer. We just made a new design that makes it easier to remove. You're also going to get this tool. That's a 7/16 socket. So this pin, there's a rubber grommet in there that fits the pin, and we can push that right up inside. Now it holds it in place. So if you're going to replace the pin, you take the old one out. We'll send you the tool to remove the old one, but it's a little bit different tool. So you'll have that. Take the old pin out. You can reuse the same pin and spring. You're just replacing the hex head cap or retainer. So you slide that down in. Push it down, being careful to start it square, so not cross-threaded. Turn it down in there and just hand tight. Do not over tighten or you'll strip the threads on it. So just tighten it down till it comes to a good stop and you'll be good. Then when you pull this up, this stays down in the base of the pump and pull your tool up. These tools, Gary, are for you. If you want to let your dealer or somebody who sold a pump borrow them, that's your prerogative. But this whole demonstration, this whole explanation is specifically for you. We will be doing some new videos real soon. They'll be professionally done. It just shows some different maintenance things that we don't have on our website right now. And we'll be talking about how to replace a drain pin and how to replace a piston and that sort of stuff. But this is to solve the problem that you are having right now. So that's why we're doing this homegrown video, so you don't have to wait for us to create our fancy one. So I think that covers it. If you have any questions as a result of watching this, please call us. These parts are going out to you hopefully before the end of today. And we're going to send them the quickest method possible, which is global overseas, I think they call it. You'll receive them within 1 to 3 days. So that's as quick as we physically can get them to you. But we're paying for that. It's no expense for you. We also are shipping these assemblies at no expense to you. All of these tools you'll be getting at no expense. You have asked Judy for some repair kits. I think you were asking for 7, 8 repair kits. We'll make sure you have all the pieces that you need in that. We will ask that you pay for the repair kits. But all these other things to solve the problem that you're having right now come to you at no cost to you. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for bringing this to our attention. Be careful that if people are having a problem with their pump, that you know it's a problem with this check valve. Because we've had people call and say, you know, my check valve's not working, or pump's not working. Well, it won't pull a vacuum. Very seldom is that the check valve. Usually it's because they've got an air leak in their water line connection at the base of the pump, somewhere from here to the water supply. If there's an air leak, you cannot pull a vacuum. I'm sure you know that. You cannot pull a vacuum if there's an air leak on the suction side. So be careful you don't get confused with 2 different problems, because it's going to drive you nuts. You'll end up chasing your tail. Just remember, the problem we're solving right now is the kids that are lifting the handle all the way up, slamming the check valve, and it's causing it to break so that it doesn't seat properly. That's the problem we've solved. You won't have to worry about that. Kids can beat this till they're blue in the face, but you won't damage anything inside the pump. The pin, the drain pin, it's up to you. You can just send this to your customer. That's going to solve the problem. They don't have to replace the drain pin. I just want to send you a couple of these so you have them. That's all. And I want you to have the tools to remove the old one and to remove the new one. That's all from sunny northern Maine. If you have any questions, please give us a call. Thanks, Gary.